Hello and welcome. Today we're decoding a major global development that's shaking financial markets across continents. Once again, Donald Trump has done what he does best, making headlines on a quiet weekend and sending shockwaves through the world economy. This time, it's a 100 to 130% tariff on Chinese imports, a move that has wiped out over $1.6 trillion from the U.S. stock market and triggered panic in the crypto world. So what exactly happened? Why did Trump suddenly raise these tariffs? And how could this impact India, Asia, and the global economy? Let's break it down step by step. At the start of 2025, the US and China were already locked in a tense trade relationship. Both sides had imposed tariffs, the US at around 30% and China retaliating with 10%. Things seemed to stabilize for a while, but then a new issue emerged: flight routes. A U.S. senator recently raised a question in Congress. Why are Chinese airlines allowed to fly through Russian airspace, while American planes can't? The U.S. and Russia have poor diplomatic ties, and Washington has banned its own carriers from entering Russian territory. But China continues to fly over Russia, saving time, fuel, and cost. So, in typical Trump style, instead of fixing relations with Russia, the U.S. threatened to punish China, proposing to ban any Chinese aircraft entering the U.S. if it used Russian routes. Beijing saw this as an unfair move. Their response? A sharp one. China announced that countries buying rare earth minerals from them, materials essential for high-tech manufacturing, would not be allowed to resell those minerals or their products to the United States. This hit a nerve in Washington. Rare earth minerals are critical for everything from electric vehicles to defense technology, and the U.S. already depends heavily on China for them. Trump reacted furiously, calling China's move economic aggression. Within hours, he announced on his social platform that the U.S. would impose 100% tariffs, possibly on top of the existing 30%. That means a total tariff rate of around 130% on Chinese goods. The reaction was immediate. U.S. markets tumbled. Tech giants like Tesla and Amazon fell sharply. Bitcoin dropped nearly 10%, and over $1 billion was wiped out from the crypto market alone. Investors are now asking, is this just Trump being Trump, or the beginning of another full-blown US-China trade war? Historically, Trump's weekend statements have had massive effects on Monday markets. Sometimes he later clarifies or backtracks, but the uncertainty itself causes chaos. This crisis isn't just about trade, it's about geopolitical leverage. By targeting China's exports, Trump is trying to pressure Beijing into backing down on its alliance with Russia. Meanwhile, China is testing how much control it has over critical global supply chains. And the timing is significant. The APEC summit is just around the corner. A meeting between Trump and Xi Jinping was expected to ease tensions. But now, Trump has hinted that he might skip the meeting altogether. If that happens, it will be a major diplomatic setback, not just for the US and China, but for global investors hoping for stability. Now, what does all this mean for the rest of us? Asian markets, including India, will likely feel the heat. A fresh trade war could push up manufacturing costs, disrupt supply chains, and slow down exports across the region. However, there's also a silver lining. As the US and China drift apart, India could benefit as companies look for new supply chain partners outside China. But that depends on how long this standoff lasts, and whether Trump follows through or backtracks as he's done before. So, in summary, Donald Trump's 130% tariff announcement has reignited global trade tensions. China's rare earth restrictions have added fuel to the fire, and the coming weeks, especially the APEC summit, will decide whether this is a temporary market tremor or the start of another economic earthquake. What do you think? Is Trump making a smart geopolitical move, or just playing with global markets again? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights every day.